Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be painting a still life, and it's been a while since the last time I did my tutorial. I think 2 days ago. So for me that's already a while, and we'll be using only 5 colors today, which is amazing because you don't have to stress about so many colors and so many unpopular colors that some of you may not have, or the colors may not be available in your country. So I'll be using colors that I think most of you already have. So let me tell you the colors that we'll be using for today's painting. So we have cadmium yellow, green oxide, orange, black, and titanium white. That's it. And as you can see here, I already have my canvas, what do you call this? Painted with some gray background. That's because it's an old painting of mine that I painted over, and I really don't want it anymore because it was done in 2017, which, you know, it's been a long time, and I really don't want this painting anymore. It's no longer my style, so I painted over it. So let's begin now, guys. It's all gray, but we'll be painting over it again to create this painting. So for the background, I'll be using a square brush, and I'll be using some titanium white, okay, and some black, so some gray color, but more light version of my background color, which I already have on my canvas. So I'll be using this to suggest some table. This will be where the subject is placed. So I also, look, I have like tiny bugs around because I am near my plants. It's quite angled, and I'll be linking down below the reference image that I'm using for this painting, so that you can refer to that when I'm painting as well. So the table is quite angled, and that's not because the table is not it's not wobbly at all. It's just the angling of the image, the photo that we're using. So this will be the table. All right. Okay, this will make sense later. For now, let's just refer to the reference image. All right, and I'll be using this watered down white to kind of lighten my wall. It's too dark. We will be suggesting some light here. So I'm just using some watered down white or gray to make it more light. Doesn't have to be super light. Just make it appear that some light is hitting this wall. Okay, I'll be using some black as well, just to darken. All right, like that. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out and get some white, pure white. to kind of blend and somehow clean the edges. Like that. You can actually see the bumps on my canvas, and that's because, again, it's an old painting that I am painting over now. All right. Okay, we can still lighten our background. Right, like that. All right. Now we're going to sketch the vase. You can choose to dry this first using a hairdryer so that we don't mess things up when we do the sketch. It doesn't have to be fully dry. It should be just dry enough for us to be able to layer on top of it. So for the sketch, I will be using a smaller brush. It doesn't really matter what brush you're gonna use for the sketching part. Just make sure that you're able to control the brush so that you get the shape of the image that you're sketching. So I'm using a smaller square brush, and I'll be using my grayish white, my light gray color. All right, so let's begin. This will be the vase, okay? And this will be the mouth of the vase. Of course, we're just in the sketching part. I can actually see some areas that I need to edit later. So we're just sketching, we're just trying to get the general shape of our subject. All right, so this will be the general shape of the vase. All right, like that. All right, and then we're gonna underpaint it. I'm gonna use my light gray color. All right, and let's try to, okay, this is too dark. Let's try to color it. So I'm going horizontal when it comes to my brush strokes, underpainting the vase, and that is because we try to follow the shape of the vase, and that is quite curvy, so we don't want to do the vertical thing. We want to follow the shape of the vase. All right, and then I'm gonna go lighter to the right side. I mean, from the right side, I mean. Still we're underpainting, nothing that we're trying to make it full detailed here, nothing yet. Just trying to get again the general shape, the general color. And then we're going to lighten the inside of the vase. We're going to use some white or light gray color. Right, like that. Again, some white. I'm just so tempted to use my fingers. And I'm gonna allow this first to dry so that we can actually put on some more layers. I'm gonna allow this first to dry, and I'm gonna get my black. And let's outline the mouth of our vase. Like that. Okay, wash your brush out. Again, we will go back to this later. We're just trying to get the general shape and the general location of our subject, and we're gonna highlight some more later. For now, let's just sketch the flower. So for the flower, I'm gonna get my green oxide plus black. Okay, just mix them. So we're going to start with, you know, that cup that holds the flower. We'll be painting some sunflower, a sunflower actually. So again, you can refer to the reference image that I've linked down in the description box. now it's gonna be like that. We haven't highlighted anything yet, just yet, but let's continue. All right. Okay, wash your brush out, and we're going to do the sunflower underpainting. Of course, get your orange, get your white. Okay. Okay, maybe add tiny bit of cadmium yellow to me, and then add some tiny bit of black. We really want the colors to be quite muted. All right, and we're going to paint the petals. Again, this is the underpainting for the petals. We'll be highlighting some more later. Actually, I kind of want it to be quite bigger. Like so. So when I'm painting the petals, I'm also following the natural flow or texture of the petals. That's why I'm going downwards or vertical when it comes to my brush strokes. I don't go this way, I go vertical, I go downwards. Right, like that. I don't know if you can see. Okay. We're going to allow this to dry. You can even do a second layer or third layer, whatever, how many times, no matter what. I mean, regardless of how many times you put on the layers, it doesn't matter. As long as you wait for it to dry before we do the highlights. And while waiting for that petals to dry, let's go back to the bottom portion, which is the vase. And we're going to do some more detailing. So for that, I'll be using some gray colors. So just get your black and white. Make this quite dark because we'll be using some shadow. We'll be doing some shadows. So from here, just darken. And then fill in the space. Like so. Alright, you know, it's quite early. It's just around 7 a.m. where I am. And you can actually hear some cars, police cars, but it's alright. Okay, so I'm going back. Oh, I'm sorry guys, the canvas is moving. Alright, like that. And okay, we'll be making some dots on the vase because from the reference image, there are some dots that I like. I mean, you can actually do away with some dots, but I kind of like the marbly effect of those dots. I don't know if you like it. If you don't like it, you can do away with it. Me, I just kind of like the dots on the vase. It's quite marbly. As I move to the right, the dots become quite light because of the light. And you may choose not to do this step, but me, while waiting for the paints to dry, I might as well do something else. And for sure, I'll be coming back to this area later. I'll just wait for these dots to dry so that I can glaze again. Okay, wash your brush out, and I think I'm gonna use another brush. I'm gonna use my white, pure white. And I'm gonna highlight the mouth using pure white. So the right side is quite bright because the light is coming from the right side. Okay, so we will be glazing over it later. Let's just allow things to dry. And using some gray color or dark gray, I'm just gonna outline. Actually, it's not dark gray, it's almost black. Just outline the mouth. Here. All right, now let's go back to the petals. I'm gonna get more cadmium yellow mixed to my muted orange. Okay, just add more yellow to the existing mixture. Now let's add some detailing. Okay, now we're going to get some orange and then black. And then using this color, orange and black, we're going to make some depth. Like separating the petals from each other. Okay, now I'm gonna get my yellow plus green, so create some yellow greeny colors. Okay, try to highlight. Okay, using my yellow, I'm just gonna go and make some highlights. On the flower. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my black to somehow outline those, like the cup. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna allow the petals to dry a bit because it's quite hard for me to layer. So let's darken some areas. Again, when you do that, you're actually making some depth and some folds. All right, wash your brush out, and I'm gonna get my pure orange. Right. I'm gonna get my pure yellow. Okay, using my black, I'm just gonna outline the flower. I'm gonna apply some green oxide right here. Our colors are quite muted, if you can notice. All right. Okay. Now let's go back to the vase. We will highlight the flower even more later. For now, let's just go back to the vase, and I'm just gonna use white, pure white. And I'm just gonna go horizontally, highlighting my vase like so, and then my black. Like so. Like that. So you can see now that it's quite more blended. But I'm gonna darken the left side even more. Let me check. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I did not expect this to be actually nice. Really. Okay, that's nice. And I'm gonna darken, like, you know, some hints of darkness right here because of the shadow of the flower. I know that I said that the right side should be a little brighter than the left side, but because the flower is here, there should be some sort of shadow that is created inside the vase, right? And the highlighted portion will be here because when the light strikes, it should be a little lighter. I'm just gonna fix this one. Okay, now I'm gonna use my pure white. Let's go back to the flower. Let's highlight some more. Using yellow, white, or light yellow. Okay. Create some more separating depth. Okay. Just darkening the under, near the cup. I'm calling it the cup. I hope it's alright. Alright, like that. gonna get my black. I'm just gonna outline. Get that to your white. Okay, I'm gonna add some hints of orange, yellow orange inside the vase. This is very subtle, but I kind of like that touch because, you know, the subject should be quite coherent. If the light is hitting the flower, some sort of yellowness and orangeness should be here on the vase. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, I think that should be the case. So I'm just adding some hints of orange. And I think I'm gonna glaze for the last time. This is very nice, guys. Very nice. So I'm gonna glaze using my white. And I'm gonna include the vase in glazing. Yep, just like that. And I'm gonna go here, even up here. Kind of some sort of blend the colors without actually blending them, if you know what I mean. And I'm gonna do quite the same thing here. It's very subtle. And by doing this, you're quite removing the hard lines as well. I'm going to apply some pure white right here to really suggest some presence of light. Here. Okay. And sort of blend. All right, and then I'm gonna use my hair dryer just to dry the flower quite faster. Alright, I think that will do. Okay. Now I'm just gonna get my white and highlight even more. This area. Of course, I'm just fixing the mouth of my vase. I would like to gray a bit. And here, so I'm gonna darken. Near the mouth. Also here. Like that. And of course you can add tiny bit of dots, which I already did earlier. You can redo that. Let's darken the bottom portion. Not everything though, just the bottommost portion. Like so. Let me check. Right. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think the flower is quite dry already. I'm gonna get my cadmium yellow plus white. So get your light yellow color. Let's go back to making some more highlights. Okay, some light green oxide. So just add white to your green oxide and kind of highlight the right side of the cup. All right. Okay. I think we did a good job, right? I seldom do this type of painting, guys. You know me. I seldom do still life when it comes to tutorials. But today I feel good about this one. Alright. Okay, I think I have to sign this now. I'm just gonna use my black. And I'll sign it here. Okay, we're done. We're done, guys. Yay! We're done. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This is quite new to my channel. I seldom do this type of painting. And yes, see you in my next video, guys. If you like this video, please like and share this with your friends so that they may learn as well from this channel. And have a great day.